So this, first things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. I did this demonstration in the spirit of the moment when showing off the gunmetal technology versus certified gunmetal screens. Took the screen, took it all the way up to the top near the ceiling so the high fluorescent light can have contact with the screen even more. I mean, they have contact already with the screen, but this is actually going extreme, taking the screens and pushing them all the way up. We're going to be doing another one in the black technology, which I can't wait to see because the black screens are designed to absorb more light, but this is the gunmetal version of that technology. This will be available shortly. We just got finished. I got finished taking the pictures in the same environment, just like that, just like this. So, going to do some demonstrations off of it. We don't talk much about the gain. So basically, for those of you who don't understand, the numbers is the count. Yeah, they're the count. You notice it says no gain next to it. So we had a few people, we don't talk about a lot of stuff, but when it comes to our technology. So, but yeah, when you look at the numbers, if it doesn't say gain next to it, it's not saying the gain. This is a formula, a formula. We don't go under the guidelines of gain. That's why the reason why I look at the technology 0.8, 0.9, you are nowhere near in that category at all, period, because they don't pull up in here. So we know that when we put it under 38 and 39, that is the category class of the screen. The formula we developed, it's called advanced ambient light projection technology. It is a formula that we drop into it that allows the screen, aka the heightener, that's what it's called, that allows the screen to be able to maintain its white levels of bright colors and all that cool stuff. Black screens are known for having tons of heightener, and then that's why they're able to pull those beautiful images. But for those people who say, oh, that's a bunch of nonsense, well, match your demonstrations. We don't have any takers, do we? Now, I got challenges that go back way back since 2019 called the 1100 Lumen Challenge. It has never been matched, never. So we can put challenges all day long in this technology. I can go through the internet and find how many people can match this demonstration right now. Nobody. Again, like I said. So we back up everything we do when other people just can't seem to back it up. It's not that hard to back up technology. You just have to make sure you do it right. So I'm going to have a little fun with this. We got the screen raised all the way up. I just ordered the wallpaper surface for another version for the black one so we can have it there. So we're going to do all screens from now on like this. Why not? It's fun. All right, so let's show off this demonstration right now. For our customers, because like I said, the naysayers are the ones that say, oh, that's not possible. Yeah, sure. A long time ago, it wasn't possible to have black technology, and it wasn't possible to have gunmetal technology, but we have it. Yeah. You know, I'm going to tell you something real quick. My mom was a little girl, and they were having the World's Fair. And the World's Fair was out to introduce people to the new technology that was coming. Oh, I couldn't imagine the naysayers back then. They had to be by the bundle. But anyway, so when she was a little girl, they talked about a machine that you could stick food into and that it would cook it extremely fast. Today, we call it a microwave. So I love watching when inventors way back before we had all this cool stuff today, somebody along the line had to come up with an idea. I'm trying to understand the person who came up with the idea for toilet paper, because some stuff was kind of hard to pitch, or hangers or stuff like that, but it's a multi-billion-dollar corporation, as I said before. So someone had to pitch it, and of course you're going to have your group of naysayers that are definitely going to be against it, because they're going to say, oh, that's impossible, it can't happen. Couldn't imagine what the Wright brothers went through, or Howard Ford, or any one of those guys went through when developing something new. I'm pretty sure you had your naysayers that were around that time to debunk that theory right there. But again, what I find more interesting is people who try to debunk the theory of our technology are always doing these demonstrations in the dark. Have you noticed that? Anytime someone shows off one of our demonstrations, they're in a pitch dark environment and they're showing off our demonstrations which are in these fully lit environments. I don't even know how that even adds up. But let's have some fun here. Boy, thank goodness the Wright brothers did not listen to the naysayers. Can you imagine taking a balloon ride from A to B? So as you can see, the color doesn't wash out, it doesn't fade. And this is what I explained to you when it comes to gray screens. Where's my gray screen samples at? Got them here. touch screen, I find the hardest trying to keep a track on is gray screen. Oh, here we go, one right here. Now, as you can see in the demonstration, as I explained before, gray screens are not ambient light rejection technology unless they have some kind of special coating that allows them to do so. And even if they are ambient light rejection, the problem they're going to have is they do not have the ability to be able to pull up in very fully lit environments due to the fact that the screen is plagued to the simple fact it can't see contrast or color. With all this lighting we have in this environment, we even took the screen and raised it all the way up to the ceiling so it has even more direct contact with the overhead. You will notice that the gray screen will not pull up, even when it comes to bright colors, which is something I see a lot in these demonstrations with gray screen products, where they'll say that, hey, look, we can see do the same thing. Yeah, but they'll skip out the contrast levels. We already know that, but they'll stick to the nice bright colors. Even the bright colors they're showing you, they're washed out. And by the way, that's not Network Gray 773. That's just another gray screen. And this is why you're told to calibrate. Our technology has its advanced ambient light rejection technology. It allows the screen to not only, with the 4 different elements we drop in, color enhancements, we drop in the heightener technology. We have contrast shifting abilities to make a screen produce a darker image when the screen's lighter. These elements that we drop into the screen, these coatings, allow our screens to do remarkable things. So you don't have to be stuck in a dark environment. If you're using this for your business, you can have your screen in your boardroom, your office, wherever you're going to have it at. And you don't have to worry about the screen washing out or fading. And you can maintain beautiful colors for your charts or demonstrations or whatever you may be doing. Where the gray screen, as you can see, is washing out every single time. Mine, the projector we're using in the demonstration is an old Chrissy 2012 model. My projector was discontinued in 2012, as I mentioned many times. And my projector is 1920 by 1200. It's a full 1080p projector at 5,000 lumens. All right, back. Now, this is Network Gray 773. Told you it was Network Gray. 2 different paints. One of them is our own screen paint we made, and the other one is Network Gray 773. They're 2 different shades. This one's slightly darker than that one. So you see that tannish look around the screen? That's the first sign that a screen shows when it can't see color or contrast. First thing. The 39 is not the gain of the screen. The 38 is not the gain of the screen. It's a category class of how many we have of that particular category class of that item. The formula doesn't have a number attached to it. That's why you always see ADV next to all the products, because that is called advanced ambient light rejection. We call that technology gain. So we drop that formula, that concentrated formula, which is AKA the heightener, which some of it's actually mixed in with a coating that allows also a screen to be able to perceive and accept white levels higher. Now, for those who sit there and say that's not true, well, take a visit to my website and check out the black versus black demonstrations, and you will see what the heightener does. Now, even when a gray screen displays color, it's still washed out. Still washed out. And depending on how much light we have in the environment and how many lumens the projector may be kicking off, even at 1,000 lumens, it's still going to wash out. But still, like I said, depending on how much light you have in the environment, how fast the gray screen is going to wash out. That's why when we go look for demonstrations on gray screens, every last one of them sit in either a dark ambient light controlled environment or in a dark environment. They don't have the capability for ambient light projection technology. If they could, the image would maintain. This is why when we showed you the light gunmetal, it didn't wash out or fade when it came to the colors. Contrast was fair, but the colors didn't fade. And we test them down here first, where these screens wash out. This is what house paint usually does, because the screen we made on the other end was made with house paint, but that one had black paint added to it. Go to a beautiful aquarium.
Torpedoes Music Fest 86 was the greatest concert that never happened.
See how the screen is washed out? Discoloration to both screens at the same time. See how beautiful the blues are here? This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what ambient light rejection is designed to do. Maintain your screen's contrast and color without the screen washing out or fading. Now, the reason why it's posted on that particular person's site, why it's not ambient light rejection, because he is telling the truth. It's not. It can't be. It doesn't have the ability to be ambient light rejection because it's a gray screen paint. It doesn't have anything special to it. House paint reacts the same way. This right here is a black and white house paint mix, and that right there is network gray 773. If anyone were to match the network gray 773 in any way whatsoever, that would not be a good, that's not a good sign to have to begin with. Do we have enough light? Now, for someone to say, what is the gain? Matter of fact, I've never seen the gain on the screen. They never talk about the gain on those paints. Never. It's definitely 2.0. It's definitely not that. White screens are 2.0. If you have a screen and it's 2.0 in this decade in time, are you kidding me? That's really old. That's extremely old. Even with, yeah, definitely, yeah. If it was 2.0, that would be the environment it would be sitting in. Because there's no way in the world you're going to either be a 5 or a 6 or 7 or 8 or even a 9 in an environment that dark. Never. No. I can't wait to get the black screen up here. What do we got here for time? $4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
I want to go to that transition. Here we go.
After saving with customized car insurance from Liberty Mutual, I customize everything. Like Marco's backpack.
So the screen's being hit with all the light in the environment, including 5,000 lumens from the projector, because that's what we're using the projector, 5,000 lumens. I'm going to go over to here. Now the reason why we're doing this with the bright colors with the gray screens, because I don't want you to be misled. Because you'll have people come out there and say, hey, look, we're doing the same. No, you're not doing the same demonstration. Again, take the time. I get so sick and tired of explaining this. It's not even funny. Again, take the time to look at my demonstration before you go on YouTube and embarrass yourself by saying I'm using the same lighting. Your door and window isn't jack in this environment. Having an open door and a window, you know what I'm talking about, with a green bookcase blocking the light is not the same comparison of what we do in here. Do you see how much light makes contact with my screen at all times? I love it how people do those demonstrations. Or they say, oh, it's the same thing. No, not even close. Not even anywhere near close. Now, if they were to move that bulky bookcase out of the way, and take those blinds and push them all the way up to the very top and have nothing in that window, that screen would take a direct hit with a lot of light. But they don't do that. And again, like I said, they flash a lot of color on the screen, no contrast. So we're showing you what it really looks like. There's the color, 2 different gray screens, 5,000 lumen projector, and this color is washed out. That's why people have to be very careful about putting things on their website. Venue projectors? No, I really wouldn't put that statement up there. You don't have enough experience with venue projectors. I do. So gray screens do not work with venues. Again, this is a machine that's pushing out a ton of lumens toward the screen. which means if your screen can't maintain and absorb it, it's going to wash out. Now, when I say this, keep in mind, it's not toward my customers. My customers know, people watch for the first time because you know. It's toward the people who develop these gray screens that swear up and down in these dark environments that they're producing so much light. And it's a joke at the end of the day. What I find even more funny, other people have pointed out, how they try to slander our technology, but yet they're in the dark when they're doing it. How does that work? So if you were to slander this demonstration, could you match the light in my environment? You can't, because your screen can't pull up. Gray screens are a fail. They do not pull up. They don't generate contrast or color. Even with a 5,000 projector, which we're using. And that's what people will do. They'll go out and get a high-end projector, plenty of lumens to think that's going to fix the screen. They're going to wash it out even faster. Have I ever told you in my demonstrations you have to calibrate? You have to be in an ambient light controlled environment. Do I have it posted on my website anywhere? No, we don't. So if you have a screen paint with a 2.0 gain, that's poor. Extremely poor. Very poor. White screens have 2.0 gain. Most screens now, in this decade in time, maybe 4 or 5. The big boy gunmetals have the 8s and 9s. That's usually what the gain level is. 2.0 is old. 2.0 would have been around when we were developing screen paints. And it's definitely not a 3 or a 4 because you shouldn't be in an environment that dark with a gain that high on the screen. And if your gain is that high on the screen, you should be able to maintain your colors. See, a lot of people, certain people didn't understand the whole thing about the meter demonstration. You can max out a meter. Anybody can, well, if you can. But you have to keep in mind, as you're maxing out the meter, your screen has to stay intact. Can't fade, can't wash out, no discoloration. It must look exactly the same way as your lights are on or off. Some people feel they hit the screen with all this light, it can be washed out, colors can be horrible, but because the screen took in all that light and you can still see somewhat of it, it's considered to be passable. That is not passable, that is a fail. Let's go do the transition, which I like to do, because I want to go upstairs, get myself a bowl of cereal. We got some new episodes of, we watch Hello Kitty, that's my shot. Yeah, I said Hello Kitty, what of it? Those are my favorites. Teen Titans, Hello Kitty, Craig and the Creek, my personal favorites I like the most. The new Thundercats, I watch all of them. If I want to go old school, I jump on YouTube, watch some Bugs Bunny, Felix the Cat, Mighty Hercules, Marine Boy, Ghost Racer, all that good stuff. Now I got a visit coming up with a doctor. I might swing by for one of my sample sheets and show off what my technology looks like on that 6,000 lumen projector. Good gracious, man. Unbelievable. Sorry about that. See that discoloration look to it? They try to say, but that's a brighter image. No, 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 that's washed out. I'm sorry, it's a washed out image. Where are we at in time? Right about that. Oh, the transition. So transition, nice and bright. Then the screen's going to switch over to dark, switch back over to bright. Now, those of you wondering what the screen up there is, that is a superior gunmetal. That's 39. As you can see, the 39 shifts over into contrast automatically. What happens to the gray screen? Don't even see it. It's like watching somebody drive on the opposite side of traffic blindfolded. Didn't even see it coming. This is what we call the transition. It's not picking up red, as you can see. None of the colors are coming up correctly. Mine is just not a black screen. This is our gunmetal technology, the gray version. Dark gray. Now this is our technology powered by God, advanced ambient light projection technology. And for any company who wants to sit there and talk about ceiling light projection, I got a 180-inch upstairs sitting on my ceiling right now that can produce anything we want with the lights on. Talk about ceiling light projection, we will show you physical ceiling light projection technology. That's why I love when we go to forum sites and they were saying, well, I got that ceiling light projection. Big deal. I got a 180-inch screen sitting on top of my ceiling right now. My projector cost me $140. Can't get any more ambient light projection than that, can you? When you got a ceiling light in the center of your screen. So here we are on the contrast levels. As you can see, the gray screens not picking up. Transition back over to bright again. Gray screens are still not picking up color. Anytime anybody tells you you got to calibrate or you got to be in an ambient light controlled environment, aka they just told you this screen does not work. What are you calibrating for with a brand new projector? What you doing that for? Projector is 3,000 lumens ultra short though. What you sitting in the dark for? And those of you that are buying screens for the first time, this is what you need to look for. See that discoloration to the screen? That light gray, that tannish look, that's what you need to look for. Anytime you're watching a demonstration and someone's displaying in a fully lit environment, sorry, in a dark environment, and they're showing contrast, request for the lights to be turned on. Oh, I miss those so much. Request for the lights to be turned on. Go in there and say, hey, look, can you show me the same kind of lighting that Mr. Bird has in his videos? That's what I want to see. These screens in schools, are you kidding me? Churches? Easy, cakewalk. But that's what you request. Anytime, I don't care if it's certified, walk in there and say, hey, turn the lights on. I want to see what that screen looks like with the lights on. Because if you're telling you got to be in that environment, then you got to be in that environment too. And I'll be darned if I'm going to turn my living room upstairs, my lounge, into a cave. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Discolored, discolored, discolored. Now, the ambient light, advanced ambient light rejection technology we drop onto the screen. Does that alter the screen's color and all that? No. We have to have coatings for that, special formulas that we drop in for that. The ambient light rejection technology allows the screen to absorb and take in a ton of light. The stuff we drop in it allows the screen to maintain those colors, maintain that contrast, maintain those white levels. That's where anytime we jump into a forum site and we start talking about this ambient light, advanced ambient light rejection technology, and they say, well, I don't believe it's real. Well, match the demonstration, get back with me. They never come back. Ooh, that's a lot of light. Ooh, doggy. Switching back into the contrast. So this is a screen you can have your paint in your sports bar, man cave. And I had some people talking about they're turning garages into man caves. You can go in there, have the door open, enjoy the breeze, and watch your screen. Your office, your business, anywhere you want it, that screen's going to pull up. That product's going to pull up. And you can paint a certified screen, because this screen has BEAT certified screens. You can paint a certified screen for $204. Imagine that. All the way up to 120 inches if you want. Now, of course, yes, technology makes people plenty angry. It does. Because they see the end of their technology. Well, I can't call it technology, the end of their product. That's what they see. But like I said, it doesn't have to be the end. Just going to have to pull up those sleeves and work a little harder. Stop cutting so many corners. Big companies don't like us because, again, our prices, again, customers don't have to spend $4 to $5 grand for a projection screen. They don't like us. Projection screen companies, I'm pretty sure, don't like us either, because we're telling people that you don't have to spend all this money for these overpriced, expensive projectors. Go to eBay and get yourself a nice little cheap projector and you're good to go. You don't have to spend for that $20,000, $2 million to 1 contrast, whatever. You don't need it. And the hobbyists, which we call them hobbies, or those who do sell, much respect to you, because at the end of the day, we've seen people do sell great screen paints, good job. But those who hobbyists that are jealous and upset and angry, you're upset because you want to live that life where you're going to continue to cut corners, not do your job correctly, and cheat people at the end of the day. You can't even match this demonstration right here. You want the customer that comes in and doesn't know anything at the end of the day, that's learning for the first time. You steal their first time experience from them. That's what you do. Even in your demonstrations, you don't even talk properly about your product because you don't even know your own product. Websites speak for themselves. I want to make sure when my customers buy a product, the first experience is the best experience. And that's something you guys can't do. Got a kitchen drawer with your name on it upstairs. Can tell 1,000 stories from here to there. You can't back your product. That's the problem. Can't back it. So I'm here also too to educate those people that are buying for the first time. And it's a real crazy world now when you're buying projectors. When I was coming up, we didn't have all these knockoff projectors flooding the market. And people out there were making good screen paint products. They weren't cutting corners like the 2 jokers we have, or some of the jokers I've seen on YouTube cutting corners left and right. Coming in with high-end projectors, old screen paint, and trying to make it seem like it's something new when it's not at the end of the day. So I'm here to help people so they can see what they need to see. So when you watch those demonstrations in those environments, you ask them how much they paid for the projector, did they calibrate the projector, and can they turn the lights on when doing a contrast demonstration, because you want to see that in a fully lit environment. All right, people, with that being said, we're done here. Had some fun here. Oh, I love this. We got to do another one with the black screen. Just throwing it way up on top of those lights, man. I love it. All right, that being said, hope you enjoyed the demonstration. The new gunmetal technology will be available probably around next week. We'll have it available next week. All right, got to go. Thank you all, and God bless. And of course, we almost forgot. Sorry about that. We thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with such a wonderful technology. Got to go.